Mic check, mic check. Good morning, God is love. How you doing? Appreciate you pulling up to the bootleg ass studio. How you feeling? Checking out my streams. What's good? We live on Facebook. We live on YouTube. We live on Twitch. Yes, indeed. I'm going live on my main channel, SheldonVybez. I'm going live on my backup channel, VibesCast TV. Let me type that in the chat for y'all to go ahead and subscribe to my second YouTube channel. And subscribe to my first YouTube channel if you're watching me on any of the other platforms. You feel me? And I'm also need y'all to jump over to Facebook. Follow me on Facebook. We going hard on Facebook. I need to get to 10K followers. You feel me? So help me get to 10K subscribers. Share the live. You feel me? Put your people on to me. YouTube, they got me on a shadow ban. But I ain't crying. I still do what I do. You feel me? We still make it happen regardless. Because one monkey don't stop no show, do it. That's what I was told. You heard me? How y'all feeling tonight, man? I appreciate y'all putting up to the bootleg ass studio. Y'all could be anywhere in the world, but you chose to pull up to the bootleg ass studio. It really mean a lot to me. Give me a little situation rolled up before we get started. Allowing for a few more people to follow up in this thing. And as you follow in, do me a favor, hit that like button. Let me know who you is and where you're from. You feel me? Situation getting twisted. Got some news to cover with y'all, man. It's a lot of, it's always some crazy things going on in the world, but we're gonna get into it. Got some wild stories for y'all. Appreciate y'all on God. Y'all bear with me as I get my situation rolled up for the ones who are already in here. Trying to wait and see if we're gonna get a few more heads in the building. You feel me? Bootleg ass studio. We good over here. How y'all? Yeah, we great. God is love. What y'all got going on this Saturday night / Sunday morning? Y'all out clubbing, y'all out thugging, y'all at the crib, y'all working. What's the play for today? Where are y'all at receiving this news, tuning in to the live? Yeah. If I can get my situation tucked and we can roll that bad boy. We need a little more. We need some flour. Some more flour up in there. That's what's going on. Any more people gonna file up in here? We're gonna get started. Soon as I get my situation rolled up. Y'all already know we got to get that. Got to get that. It's broken down too finely. We keep falling at the end. All right. All right. Here we go. Nikita Bates say I'm over here rolling up my situation while she over there sipping on that brandy. I do know it. Sip on that brandy. Let's get right. Let's get right. You feel me? It's Saturday night / Sunday morning. Still Saturday night. We still Saturday night. It's 2:13 over here in Texas, but it's still Saturday night. You feel me? It really ain't Sunday until I go to sleep and wake up. Yeah, appreciate y'all pulling up to the bootleg ass studio. Hope y'all doing lovely. Y'all could be anywhere in the world, but you chose to be right chill with SheldonVybez. On God, it mean a lot. We got some wild stories to jump into. Now, before we jump into any of the new stories I want to jump in, let's jump on this. Let's touch back on this subject of the Taqueria robbery that happened down in H-Town. You feel me? Thanks. Our neighbor had a get together, so I was stuck between call the police and just go over there and get it played. I do know it. Yeah, like fuck it. That plate might hit for something. That plate might hit for something, man. I don't know, depending on what the neighbors is like. You know if it hit for something, you know what type of people they is. So if you considering getting the plate, it might be hitting for something. Mm-hmm. But yeah, man, this robbery that went down in H-Town, right? So, man ran up in the Taqueria, a Mexican restaurant, with a play gun, robbing people. Of course, they didn't know it was a play gun when it happened. He ended up getting his life taken by a customer in a heroic act, is what he's being deemed. He's been deemed as a hero. And I can agree to that. I can agree to it. But notice how the media is propping him up to be a hero, and he has a lighter shade of skin. I don't know his ethnicity. I don't know if he's Puerto Rican, Mexican, white, Middle Eastern. I don't know. But I do know he's non-black. Okay. Versus, and we're just one state over. And you can call it different states, different rules, however, whatever. I just say different skin. Anyway, in Louisiana, there was a Dollar General manager. If y'all remember, if y'all was watching me when I covered this story, not a manager. I keep calling him a manager. He was a clerk. He was a clerk. The place had been robbed 6 times. 6. So, in this situation, the man took it upon himself. I'm still talking about the Dollar General in Louisiana. He took it upon himself to protect himself and the rest of the store by taking out the customer who was robbing the place. All right. Now, I had a Facebook follower, shout out to them, who pointed out that, you got to go to jail, bond out, possibly if you can bond out, and wait your day in trial. And then you will, see if you're guilty or not guilty, and then you could possibly walk. All right. I understand how this works. I understand how this operates. You feel me? My thing of the matter is there are certain situations where you shouldn't have to go to jail at all. Sort of like this situation with the man the customer, he was a customer versus a worker. All right. Now, I'm not saying what the customer did was wrong. I applaud the man. I probably would have done it myself. And I applaud anybody who could stand up to anybody that's out here thieving and things of that nature, robbing, stealing, and killing, and whatever. So I'm not saying what I'm saying to come down on the man at the taqueria. I'm just showing y'all how society, media props up and does certain things. They're deeming this man at the taqueria a customer who was protecting the store from a robbery, or it had already been robbed and he retaliated. Boom. He's deemed as a hero versus this worker who's been robbed 6 times. He had to go to jail. Don't know if he bonded out or not. But he shouldn't have to go to jail at all. The police just wanted to speak with the taqueria shooter for questioning. That's it. I just wanted to speak to him for questioning. They weren't talking about arresting or nothing like that. And true enough, he still has time to get charged. He does. He still has time to get charged. They can place a warrant out for his arrest and all of that, and then he can bond out and wait his day and try. It still could happen. But look at how it's happening. He didn't have to speak. He ain't put a toenail in jail behind this incident yet. He shouldn't have to. I'm not saying that he should, but look at what happened to this Dollar General clerk over in Louisiana. Now, let me pull this up. See if I got any updates on it. All right. Let's see. Yeah. I don't see any updates. Dollar General employee charged with manslaughter after killing armed robber said 6 times in 5 months store was robbed. Yeah. In case y'all think it's cap. You know what I'm saying? We like to always show the proof in the pudding at you. This is according to Yahoo News, a very credible source. A store clerk has been arrested after shooting an armed robber in self-defense at Dollar General in Louisiana, according to local police. Yeah. No updates. There is no statement at this time. The clerk was released from jail earlier this week without bail and had a court appearance the next day. Okay, this may be an update? Hold on. Let me see. According to local police, I don't think I read this one yet, either way. Unfortunately, he died later. He went to the police station to turn himself in. According to the report, when he was questioned by the police about what took place, he mentioned that this was the 6th time someone tried to rob the store in the last 5 months. Four of the attempted robbers had been successful, so he felt scared that he could be killed this time. The clerk was released from jail. Popular target, robbers do. All right, but yeah, he had to sit down, and he had to go to he had to turn himself in. But I brought this up because we got an interview of the mom in Houston. The Houston robbers' mom is being interviewed, and I want to go over this with y'all, man, because it was quite interesting. You feel me? And I don't want to come down on the family because the family has nothing to do with it. It was the man himself. So I don't want to come down on the family, but I do want to point out some things here, okay? I want to point out a few things here. Just bear with me. I'm trying to get my video pulled up. Let me check out my stream. We good? How we doing? All right. Like we doing crispy. Hope everybody having a lovely night. Appreciate you pulling up to the Bootleg Ass Studio. Now, All right, where we at? Okay, here we go. Hold up, hold up. Damn, do I need to switch Wi-Fi? My shit going slow. Hold up, let me check my stream out. Hold on, y'all. I'm afraid if I switch Wi-Fi's.
Is locked up in jail.
Okay, there we go. Fuck it. I'm gonna go and switch Wi-Fi's, y'all. Y'all bear with me. All right, we still. All right, we getting it pulled up. Check out this interview with the mom, man, and notice how she speaks on her son. Just notice how she speaks on the son. Hit that like button if you just following up in here. Make sure you subscribe to all of my social media.
What's it been like for you the last couple of days?
It's been unreal the last couple of days because I didn't find out till Saturday. So it still feels unreal, but
Who called you on Saturday?
the medical examiner's office called me at 8:30 that Saturday morning.
And when you heard the news, what went through your mind?
Can't be true. Not my son. That's not the Eric we know. Can't be. That's what went through my mind.
When was the last time you'd spoken?
Now, mind y'all, Eric has already been convicted for a robbery that took place a couple of years ago. He served 7 years, and she's about to speak on it. But she just said that's not the Eric that they know. Okay. Like I said, I'm not trying to come down hard on the family. I'm just going to point out a few things, y'all. And this is situations like this, they need to show kids in school, because this is what happens when you go out here trying to take from people. You'll get your life taken. You'll get your freedom taken. You got a lot of things at stake. You put your family in a whole lot of pain. Even if you're living, if you're in jail, you put your family in a whole lot of pain. It ain't just you out here. But let's continue.
Thursday morning was the last time he called me.
What do you say?
He said, Mom, son to mother, I'm trying to be the best person I can be. Mom, I had to clear the matter. Eric doesn't have a lengthy criminal record. Eric got in trouble and went straight to penitentiary in 2015 and did 7 years flat. And once he got out, he got his license. He got mechanical license. He started working, he was striving. Because he said, Mom, when you send someone to penitentiary, it breaks you. You don't know what I endure. So little by little, he was letting me and his sister know and understand. But he was striving and he kept going. He kept going.
All right.
And he's not the monster people picture him to be. He's my son. He's kind, he's gentle. He never met a stranger. To know.
I know this your baby. Again, I don't want to come down on the family. He may have been all of those things to your family. You know, we are one way with our parents, and then these types of people anyway. You know what I'm saying? I'm like I am shit pretty much to anybody, but you get a different person depending on who you dealing with for the most part. You know what I'm saying? I can't hoorah with my mom and daddy the same way I hoorah with my partners. You know what I'm saying? It's a difference. You feel me? But I am still the same person. You know what I'm saying? I may speak on some things, but it's gonna be toned down a little bit respectably. You feel me? For the most part, they know what I'm gonna get into. They know what I'm capable of doing. They know if they sound like me, if it don't, you know what I'm saying? But being real about your kid, knowing who your kid is, we know who our kids are from birth. I'm a father to 2 girls. You know what I'm saying? I'm only 6 years in the game as a father, but I think I know my kids very well. You know what I'm saying? And they're still growing. I'm still learning them as they're growing. But I know them. And if they get in, just like I know my nephews since birth, I know each and every last one of their characteristics. I know what they will do. I know what one will do. One will lie more than the other to get out of trouble, even if it's just a white lie. You know what I'm saying? I know which ones would do certain things. I know which ones like to pick. I know which ones like to do all of this. You know what I'm saying? So if it sounds like one of them, I may be scratching my head and be like, that sound like some shit you done did. Did you do it? Come clean. Now, you know you're going to have to deal with that. This is what happens. You do something and there's consequences. So we must be real with our people and stop sugarcoating and beating around the bush with them, because this is what happens. You can't baby this boy all the way up into manhood. My mama always told me little boys grow up to be men. And you got to put that respect in them early. That comes with all kind of respect, common courtesy in the world. Because you ain't the baddest motherfucker walking. They ain't stopped making guns when you got one. They ain't just because you may be 50-0 in them hands don't mean somebody may come around and give you that one loss and knock you smooth out your misery. You feel me? But you still got to have some common courtesy out here regardless. You go out here taking shit from people, you might get your life taken. Unfortunately, that's what happened. With this family has to deal with this. I don't feel bad about what happened at all, because you play stupid games, you get stupid prizes. And I aim to preach the truth to my people and myself. I don't want nobody sugarcoating the truth with me. Then I end up in the predicament where, like, you know what I'm saying? If they had just kept it real with me, maybe I would have thought a little more harder on the decision I made. But they sugarcoating and making the shit may not sound so bad. So I'm gonna go to jail because shit, going to jail look like goddamn college. Motherfucker got dorms and shit. Motherfucker got TikTok challenges and shit. Man, I may go do some robbery because jail don't look so bad. Nah. Y'all better speak the truth. It ain't just jail out here either. It's death out here. But anyway, let her continue.
Eric is to love Eric. He's a good father, amazing brother.
He uncle. Might be.
That's who Eric Washington is.
I was.
And I know without a shadow of a doubt, he would never hurt anyone. What he did, I don't condone.
Said he would never hurt anyone. Mama, I know this your baby. And I know you speaking on him publicly. But if you want to wait till all of the facts come out before you speak on your child, then it may be better. But let's not get on here and BS around the truth. Let's use this as a teachable moment so that we can eradicate this problem in our community. We can minimize it because it ain't gonna stop. But if people start being real about shit, I'm telling you, it'll come to a cease. It'll cease. It'll halt. It will. Mamas, daddies, babies ending up in trouble, and they want to coddle them. Now, knowing your child, if it's a child that don't get into much trouble, you feel me? I understand. But you got a troublemaking child that's in and out of the prison. He may not have a lengthy record, but you know if he's out here in these streets and he's doing things, he's already been to the pen for something serious. Something very serious. So it really don't matter how lengthy his criminal record is. He got a stain on that bad boy, a big nasty one. You feel me? So for him to do something like this, was he really broken by prison? Like you say he said he was, because it sounded like he was trying to get his way back into it. He didn't probably think he was going to be meeting his demise at that time. He may have thought the worst could happen was me going back to the pen, which wasn't so bad.
I don't.
Because mama took care of me. She kept commissary on my books, made sure I ate. I ain't have to get up and work. That's why I ran up in here to rob somebody, taking their money, hurting them. Say he ain't gonna hurt nobody. Mama, he did. He really did. He's taking from people. He's hurting probably other kids because parents, I'm sure it was a few parents up in there. He done robbed money from the kids' parents. It's a domino effect of shit going on right now. It ain't just him and them. As you see, your family is on camera hurting behind this. So let's use this as a teachable moment.
Do better. He never said anything or made me think he would go this route.
He wouldn't. He would not. We all know what prison talk is. We all know what that sound like when I got a loved one that's in the pen. They talk about, you know, when I get out, I'm going to do this. I ain't never coming back. I done got right with the Lord, or this, that, and the third. Just for them to get out and start doing the same old thing and end up right back in there. Or worse. You know what I'm saying? So now he wouldn't tell you that. Of course he going to keep it from you, mama. Of course. But let's be real. What he did was very, very bad. And anybody, even myself, if I go out and I do some crazy stuff like that, I think things through. What is the worst that could happen? And I'm writing it all down. Death would definitely be one of the things that I would write down on that list. Because this is something serious. You have a toy pistol posing as a real one, aiming to take people's money, valuables. Of course, mama said you wouldn't hurt nobody, and maybe you wouldn't physically hurt nobody, but you are hurting people because you are taking from them. You are putting them in fear of their lives. They don't know that this is a toy. You feel me? So, like, you have to think things through.
But he went in there to rob, which is not good. He was raised better than that.
I'm sure he was.
And he robbed, was headed out that door. And that man shot him 4 times. And I know when you do something wrong, there's a chance you could die.
Of course.
I understand that.
Yes, ma'am.
For him to be shot 4 times in the back, leaving, and when he falls down and he shoots him 4 more times, and then when he go in his pocket and get the gun and realize it's a play gun and throw it, and then you shoot him in the head, and then you go back and get something and pour it on him, and then on your way out.
Pause the show right quick. Give a few shout outs. We got Melanin A1 in the motherfucking building. Appreciate you pulling up to the bootleg ass stew. And of course, we got Nikita Bates and IG God is Love in the building. As you follow and hit that like button, let me know who you is and where you from. Now, let's go back. What mama say right quick?
When he go in his pocket and get the gun and realize it's a play gun and throw it, and then you shoot him in the head, and then you go back and get something and pour it on him, and then on your way out the door, you kick him. That don't sit well with me. I'm not.
And I don't blame you either, mama.
Kick him. That don't sit well with me. I'm not.
Somebody's cell phone was going off in the background. I heard it. That's why I brought it back. But I know it's not going to sit well with you, mama. It's no way it's going to sit well with you. It wouldn't sit well with me. You feel me? I feel your pain. This mama is hurting. And I want to be real. I want to give 100% my truth on this topic. And I also want to respect this mom's, her grief. I got friends, man, that's ultimate, like, unfortunately, they've been taken prematurely, in my opinion, from this earth. And their mom is sharing the same grief, So I empathize with it. I do. But for the most part, the friends that I'm speaking on, the people that I know whose lives, for the most part, not all of them. It's some that, probably had it coming to them because they was out here doing what they was doing. But for the most part, you know what I'm saying? It was just a person at the wrong time in the wrong place. You know what I'm saying? And it just so happened to be their mother. So the mother really got aggrieved because the child really didn't do anything. Like, they was just at the wrong place at the wrong time, for the people that I know, for the most part. Her child is actually out here causing chaos. You're robbing. You had it coming. You can grieve, yes, but to know your child was out here doing something, I would be grieving because my child did not get it right. My child could not get it together. I hate that my child brought havoc on other people's lives. I'm grieving because my child is not here anymore, and they can't get it right anymore. They don't have any more chance on earth, no more time on earth to get it right. I'm grieving behind that. But what I would not do, me personally, and I like I said, I want to be sensitive with this, but I do want to stay 100%. Me personally, I wouldn't be sitting saying, like, speaking on my child like they were just, God's angel. Like, he didn't deserve it. Like, yes, it was probably excessive. The man probably done a little bit too much after the man was already down. But can you blame him? Can you blame him? He's not a police. He's not, held up to a higher standard. You feel me? Now, a police officer overkilling, that may be a little different because you trained, and they do this all the time anyway. But man, I'm gonna tell you right now, somebody doing that, what they did to me, that happened to me, and I had the upper hand to unload, I probably would black out and just keep on. Hey, I'm protecting myself, man. Like, shh, you shouldn't have did it. Ain't no way you can try to justify the man being wrong. Ain't no way. There's no way. Like, in my honest, this is my honest analysis. Like, you run up in there doing what you did, you deserve to get anything that's coming to you. That's anybody. It's anybody.
And I know when you do something wrong, there's a chance you could die.
Let's be real, though.
I understand that. But for him to be shot 4 times in the back, leaving, and when he falls down and he shoots him 4 more times, and then when he go in his pocket and get the gun and realize it's a play gun, and
this is why we got to be for real with these kids. Let's stop beating around the bush with them. We got to show them the real when it comes to stuff like this, because it happens and it can happen to you. Now your child ain't here no more. Was you on his butt all the time? Like, did you coddle him when he was a kid? Because the way I'm getting right now, it sounded like, what I'm saying, there was a whole lot of excuses that she was making as he was growing up for the things that he's done.
Shoots him 4 more times, And then when he go in his pocket and get the gun and realize it's a play gun and throw it, and then you shoot him in the head, and then you go back and get something and pour it on him, and then on your way out the door, you kick him. That don't sit well with me. I'm not looking at social media. I'm not looking at comments. People entitled to their opinion and to feel how they want to feel. I'm not angry with the people for feeling like they feel, because they're entitled. I am hurt and I'm angry because of the way the situation, he just abused his body. He abused.
I feel you, mama. I do. This your baby. This is your baby. I can't do nothing but respect your grieving. But my logic kicks in before my emotion does. You know, I tell my people all the time, you know what I'm saying, that whenever there's a real situation, and I'm giving them my true analysis on what if we having a heart to heart, I give them the real. If they asking for it, you feel me? And then I love you. And then I love you. I love you. Wrap that shit up. You know what I'm saying? But this is what the real is right here. Because I don't want you to go out here and do nothing stupid. I don't want you to go out here and continue doing what you're doing if it's something that's wrong. That's if I got good advice for you. If I could help you. You know what I'm saying?
We were dead already, and that hurt.
Your son was out here though, taken from people, man. The whole situation of this should be more focused on you. I can't say that because I can't tell her how to grieve, but at the same time, like, he had it coming. Unfortunately.
If you felt a fear and you did shoot him, you stay there and you stand there and you talk to the law, you know. But what he did was, you don't do an animal. People go hunting and they shoot one bullet and something and it's dead. But to do a human being that was walking away.
True. They're trying to spare them bullets though when they hunting. You know what I'm saying? And an animal is usually not charging at you or trying to take something from you. Usually, they're not charging at you when you're hunting. They usually sometimes don't even see you. You sneaking. You feel me? So you're not scared. I said all that to say your adrenaline isn't pumping with fear and all of this type of stuff. You've never been faced with a situation like this before, I'm sure. Nobody's in that taqueria has had to deal with that. You feel me? Especially the man that did the shooting. Maybe. I don't know. Don't matter if he did or not. He did what he had to do in that situation.
Had his back turned. Come on. Didn't hurt anybody. He was wrong. I'm not saying Eric should have lived a life.
And see, they putting battery in her bag. They all, when they got together, they talking amongst each other instead of being real about what he did. Ain't nobody in the family gonna be real and be like, Eric had it coming. Eric, he did it before. He was going down the wrong path. I hate it for Eric. I love Eric to death. I wish he had done different. I was in his ear about it. I tried to tell him to do such and such, but he just couldn't get right. Damn, Eric, I tried to steer you away from this because I knew it was going to be this or the jail. Nobody in the family doing that. They want to be mad at the man for doing what he had to do. They want to make it wrong for protecting your man. We live in Texas, man. You got the right to bear arms. No permit needed. As long as you ain't no felon. Anybody that's bringing that type of smoke towards you, you got the right to defend you and yours and other people around you. For sure. So we getting down. This is Western style. You want to play it like that? This is what's going to happen. Ain't nobody BSing out here. We tired of criminals taking shit, taking lives, My mom and daddy had their catalytic converter hit twice. Wish I was there at the time. Wish I was sitting on the porch when it happened, because there would have been a free body both times, and I would have walked free. I'm just saying. And there was money that they had to shell out for no reason. Insurance covered only a portion of it. So you don't know what's on these people's mind. You don't know what was their last dime or what. You play these games, these stupid ass games, you're going to get a stupid ass prize. And we need to be real with our family members and stop, enabling their BS.
Whatever, when you make decisions, there's consequences. He was raised with that, my kids are. But to be gunned down like that,
that's not a hero.
That's not a hero. So if you stand...
Says who? Says it's not a hero. Says who? Anybody that's protecting and standing their ground in the state of Texas, and you trying to take something from them, but they get the upper hand and neutralize the threat, sounds like a hero to me. I mean, you can try to shape it a different way, but like, I mean, those are minuscule details that we're pointing out. He was the aggressor in this situation. He should have thought it all the way through. He should have thought maybe it's not going to be the pen this time. Maybe I just might meet my demise.
And for right and fairness, you'll stay there and you'll take whatever they have to give.
And not only me, my demise, put my family through this. Because look at what you got your mama going through, bro. Damn.
You know, and everything. I don't hate him. I can't hate him. But I want to know, why didn't you stop? If you had to kill him, I can deal with that. I can come to grips with that. He did something wrong. You know?
I don't think you could come to grips with that, mama. Because I couldn't. But I could always understand in a situation like that, it's gonna be him or them.
You get a reward, you might die.
And if my people is the one that's wrong, unfortunately, man, I love you. But damn.
But why did you do him like that? He was already gone.
There's so much focus now on that background. That aggravated robbery, the parole, and a man died as a result of that incident. What were your conversations like with Eric when you found out about that?
About that, when he was at that robbery, at that time, he was the door holder. But people, you shouldn't have been that period. Don't get me wrong. He was holding the door. The guy went in and did the robbery. The man got shot by accident. He.
Mama. Why did he get shot by accident? It wasn't no accident if they ran up in there to intentionally rob the place. It seems as if we are trying to minimize the dirt that has been done. You feel me? Regardless if he was the man that pulled the trigger or not, bro, you was a part of the whole fiasco. If that's the word I want to use. If that's the word I want to use. But y'all know what I'm talking about. Damn, let's be real about stuff, because this is why he probably ended up in the situation right now. If mama would have just been a little bit more hard on him, just a little bit, maybe he would have still been here today. Or maybe she was hard. I don't know. I'm just going off of what I'm seeing. Maybe she was hard on him. She done all that she could do and washed her hands with it. But what I'm getting, what she's saying right now, what I would much rather, what I would appreciate, me personally, of course, this is just me in a perfect world. I would appreciate mama being truthful and being like, yo, my child has a past of taking things from people. I've told him far too many times that this is not the road you want to travel. This is not the way he was raised. I want to make this very clear. I did not raise him to do this. Neither of my children can tell y'all that I raised them to do this. I don't steal, I don't kill, whatever. I don't know her past, but I'm just saying, use this as a teachable moment. Children, listen to your family, listen to your parents, listen to the authority in your life, your auntie, the guardians. You know what I'm saying? Your uncles, your grandma, your grandpa, whoever, anybody that has some type of influence over you. Listen to them. It might just save your life. But now we want to get on TV and say, my son was the best in the world. He wouldn't hurt a fly. Yeah, he only went to jail, but he was just a door holder in the robbery. And the man got shot by accident. Man, I'm telling you right now, this is what happened, mama. I wasn't there, but I can tell you how it happened. I got partners. I done some dirt myself. Not to this extent, but I done spent the block a few times. I done been around this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? But I got partners. Let me tell you how it happened. They all got together on some shit like this. Drinking. You feel me? Boozing and getting lit. Maybe they had this laced with something. I don't know, but maybe they on a couple of them beans. Maybe they on some of them Exos or something. I don't know. Maybe they on them Zanny things. You feel me? Maybe on them irks. You feel me? Them perks. You know what I'm talking about? But they got together. Yeah, man, let's do this. Oh, yeah, it ain't gonna be nothing if we go over here and rob this place over here. It's real easy. We just stake them out, watch them. I see them all the time. It don't be nobody between here and this time. Or maybe they just thought it all up and just did it. Then stake it out. You know, niggas don't be on no. Anyway, let's go. So they all masterminded this shit together. Your son just wanted to be a part of the robbery. So he hype about it too. Oh, yeah, he talking with him. Yeah, he's giving his inputs on it. But he just so happened to be the door holder. I'm almost 100% sure that he was more than just a door holder in this robbery. But that's the story he gave to you and the lawyer. But let's just say he was the door holder only. And the plans was to rob the place. They did just that. They went up in there. Somebody was standing their ground a little bit. One of the other dudes got antsy, pulled the trigger because they wasn't expecting that. They wasn't expecting a little pushback. And so in the heat of the moment, dude forgot all about the plan and just panicked. By accident, now he panicked and did it out of fear. He didn't know what to do next. Because they don't think through. Okay, if this happened, then we're going to do this. If this happened, then we're going to do that. If that happened, then we're going to do. They got A, B, C, D, E, F, G plan, man. If y'all going to be on, niggas don't be thinking. Anyway, they was all in on it together. Your son was in on it too. So regardless if the man got shot accidentally, he got shot. The man is no longer here any longer. And it's at the hands of your son and the rest of his, I guess, co-defendants, if you will.
He ran. We went to trial. The jury said probation. You understand me? Probation.
What's the motherfucking deal? We got my cousin Maya in the building. What's good? Oh, God. Tuning in from work. Yo. Appreciate that. Oh, God. Yes, indeed. We got Tasha Wilson done pulled up to the bootleg ass studio. Appreciate you. Oh, God. Hell yeah. I done already shouted out. Yo, Melanin 81. God is love. Oh God, I appreciate y'all. But Right back to it.
The judge and the DA prosecutor said we have to give him something because someone was murdered.
So she said that the jury said that they wanted to give him probation, but the judge was like, "Nah, we got to give him something."
He ran. We went to trial. The jury said probation. You understand me? Probation. The judge and the DA prosecutor said we have to give him something because someone was murdered. They gave him 15. He did 7. He was never in and out of jail as a juvenile. He did 7. It broke him. It crushed him.
Did it?
He still tried to be.
Why do you think?
If it broke him, if it crushed him, me personally, I would think that he would do anything to keep from going back to the pen. Now, if he didn't go to the pen, I mean, if he didn't die, he would be facing charges, looking at going back to the pen if he was alive to this day.
He did what he did last Thursday.
What I think he was when he was going through things with his baby mama.
So now it's his baby mama fault. Oh, damn. Woo!
And he was just, I don't know. I really can't say why because I am not in his head. You know, I ask myself that, you know how many times I say why? We understand nobody knew that was a fake gun when he walked in there. You know, they fear for their life. I get this. I would have been
Do
the
you
same
though,
way.
mama?
Heard this case now being turned over to a grand jury for them to decide if the shooter will face any charges. What do you hope comes out of that?
I hope justice be served. I hope he gets some time and to think about that. That's a human being, not just somebody's child, but a human being. I can imagine right now how he feeling. If he's human, he didn't treat my son like a human. But if you do that, you gotta hurt. You gotta feel something after a while. And you gotta say, I wish I could have, should have done it.
He didn't treat your son like he was human. I hate to be this brutally honest, but I must. There's this thing called the jungle, right? I be watching motherfucking Discovery Channel and shit with them lions and hyenas and leopards and goddamn buffalo, crocodiles and snakes and all kind of creatures. Just the whole wildlife. I'm fascinated with it. And sometimes I'm at odd how we've got to where we are in human civilization, right? But anyway, your son didn't treat the shooter didn't shoot the shooter didn't treat your son like he was human, but your son didn't treat those customers like they were human. He acted as if he was a lion on the prowl and they were prey, like they was wolves. Give me 1 second, child. We back. We back. My bad. My baby woke up. Hold on. Let me go check on her real quick. Hold on. All right, we back. We back. Yeah, daddy got the kids tonight. You know what I'm saying? By itself tonight. You feel me? Yeah. My old lady, she's out working. I thought I heard 1 second. I don't. All right, we good. We good. She back knocked out cold. Now, as I was saying, and for y'all who done stuck around, I really do appreciate you. Y'all some real riders. Y'all still up in the building. Let me know you still up in the building. You feel me? On God, we live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. On God. Now, as I was saying, Mama was speaking on her son was not treated like a human being, but your son was out here acting as if he was a wolf and he seen a whole lot of sheep. He was out here on the prowl trying to take things inhumanely. Inhumanely. Is that a word? You know what I'm saying? Y'all get my drift. This is not how humans in civilization act. This is how uncivil humans act. Like they are out in the jungle. Animals, where there is no justice, where there's no laws. Anything goes in the jungle. Anything goes. And this is exactly how your son was acting. And anything goes is what happened to him. He received it. Fortunately, none of the customers or workers got hurt. Fortunately, it happened to the aggressor. Unfortunately, it had to be you, mom, and family having to deal with it.
Different. You understand?
So now looking back on that phone call, the last phone call that you had with Eric, is there anything that you wish you could have said to him? If you could have known that, he was thinking about doing something like this, is there anything that you wish you could have said to him?
I was at work. So I'm working, I answer the phone. I'm putting him on hold. I'm saying, son, we went through 7 years together. Whatever this is going on, this new case thing, we're gonna go through this together. Okay, Mom. Okay, Mom. I'm just the devil, always busy, Mom. Every time I do good and rise, somebody was pulling me down. Man, I say, baby, we'll talk later. I'm at work. And that was it.
About the previous crime they talked to the family of the man who was killed in the previous robbery.
Right.
They released a statement and they essentially called Eric a monster.
Right.
For them, it took their father. It took
right.
the owner of this business shop. It took so many different things away from them. And
right.
They've, had a loss since then. Is there anything that you would like to say in response to that?
They're entitled to their opinion. Yeah, and I get that. He's not a monster. He was there. He did not kill their father, but he was there and their father got killed. And that I am sorry for. I never got to say that to them, but I'm sorry for that. But they're entitled to say what they want to say. I'm not bitter. I'm not an angry person. I respect that because that's how I was raised, and that's how I tried to raise Eric. So I'm not mad at him.
Ma, you basically just said that your son wasn't treated like a human. And they basically just said the same thing. So why not agree with them? If the shoe fits on one foot, it ought to fit on the other. In most cases. So if you felt like your son was treated less than a human would be, and if those people that he brought pain upon say he's a monster, then why is it not hard to accept that? Because you basically just called the man a monster in so many words. You said he didn't treat him like a human. No, you didn't use those words, but that would be a monster, a beast. What else is it out here unless it's a plant? What else is on earth? We have animals, we have humans. We are animals, though, if you want to look at it that way. And plants, air, water. Ain't too many other objects out here. So if you want to say he's treated less than a human, it would be a monster or a beast, and the beast is a monster. Like, I'm just saying, it's so many excuses. This is why we have to be 100 with our people, because you'll get your ass put in a box. That's what's gonna happen to you. That's what's gonna happen to you. Tell your kids that. Tell your loved ones that. I tell this to my nephews. You do not want jail. You do not want death. We don't want you to have jail. We don't want you to have death. And no, my nephews ain't bad. I'm just, you know what I'm saying, teaching them, like, you know, anytime a situation comes up, you know, I speak to them so they don't fall out here in the wrong crowd. Because it's very easy to. Some shit get the glittering, and you want to be a part of it. You want to do what the others do. End up doing it. Shit happens real quick. If you ain't got nobody in your ear, on your ass, in your corner, then you subject to fall and slip into that BS. So you might want to be 100 with your loved ones and don't sugarcoat it with them. Oh, he accidentally shot him all day. He just held the door open. He didn't have to do it. He was already gone. Hey, if I go out here and I do what he did, I'm telling my family right now, yes, I'm a good man. I know I'm a good person at heart. I'm a great father. I would like to think so. I would like to think I'm a great person. I would like to think I'm all these good things. You feel me? And it may be true to a lot of people. But to anybody that I brought havoc to, I'm not so good. None of your words matter. None of your words matter at that point to those people. And a lot of people who's watching from the outside, don't matter. Because what you did in that moment outweighed everything of what you done good. Unfortunately, that's just how the world spins. So let's just be 100 with our family members, man, so we ain't got to go through this. And if they do decide to go through that, then we already been like, you know what? I told them from the jump, this is what's going to happen to you. And that's how it happened to you. And he ended up going out there and jumping off of that porch, and it happened to him. So, baby, I love you. But I cannot continue to be a part of that life that you choose to live. I might have to disassociate myself with you for a little bit, for a while, until you get yourself together. Yada, 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 whatever it takes. But we can't be coddling them. We can't be enabling the BS. We can't be making excuses. Because the world is unforgiving. It's an unforgiving world. Got Goddess Love in the building. Says she's still up in here. Oh, God. Oh, God. Yeah. In other news, how y'all feeling, man? I didn't realize it was gonna take up that much time. I was on this subject, but that was real. I feel like, you know what I'm saying, like we just need to be 100 with our people. You know, yeah, it's gonna hurt when shit happens to you, but when you go out here and do certain things, I'm expecting certain things to happen to you. I'm like, you know, wishing for the best, hoping for the best, but I'm expecting the worst always. Cause never. Hey, the worst could happen. Telling you like shit. So if it happened to you and you out here living a certain lifestyle, I'll be like, well, he gone. I told him, man, that ain't right, man. Like, you ain't gotta do that. But it happened. Shit, I cry, get it over with. But hey, you know what I'm saying? Anybody that done it to him had to do it to him because hey, you live by it, you die by it. Simple and plain. Anyway, in other news, man, guess I'll do another one. We have a PORN sniffing dog. You feel me? I thought this was quite hilarious, man. We got a PORN sniffing dog dying. Well, this part is not hilarious, but the what he sniffs out is hilarious. You feel me? He died from let's see what he died. I thought it was in the title. Let me see. Let me check. All right, y'all can see that bit. It says the Weber County Sheriff's Office P sniffing canine passed away December 30th at the age of 7 following years spent sniffing out child predators. Hold up. All right, my bad. The Weber County Sheriff's Office, you know what I'm saying? We're going to say corn sniffing canine passed away December 30th at the age of 7 following years spent sniffing out child predators, according to a social media post from the dog's task force. URL was the 4th dog in the county to be certified as an electronic storage detection canine. Wow. According to KSL, I never knew it was such thing. Never knew that they had this. I mean, how? But so if it's an electronic storage detecting canine, how does it detect? You know what I'm saying? The P word. Maybe they're gonna explain it. Let's see. He worked with his trainer, Detective Cameron Hartman, to track down alleged sex offenders in Utah who kept child exploitative or child abuse materials on their electronic devices. You brought so much joy to my children, to the children who were home during search warrants. You brought so much joy to the children who are home during search warrants, the countless kids of all ages as I go to show you off at dozens of public schools, colleges, public demonstrations, and church groups. Hartman wrote on the Utah Internet Crimes Against Children Task Force Facebook account. Thank you, URL, for they named them URL. Wow. Thank you, URL, for trusting me, for working so hard, for loving unconditionally, yada, yada, yada. URL was not specially bred to work as a police dog, according to a Facebook post from the Weber County Sheriff's Office. In the first part of his life, URL moved between dog pounds, earning a reputation as untrainable. Okay. But yeah. So we have those are out here, y'all. So you got it on your phone. Not the child stuff, but the grown-up stuff. The dog can sniff it out if it wanted to. You feel me? So y'all be careful around them types. Get caught up on some others. Anyway, speaking of PORN, yeah. That brings me right to my next story. That brings me right to my next story, man. Did y'all hear about those police officers, man? Did y'all hear about them police officers, man? There were 5 of them. And they all was, you know what I'm saying? Getting it in. Getting it in. What's the motherfucking deal? We got Tom Cole Royal in the motherfucking building. We got Divine Eternally in the motherfucking building. Appreciate you pulling up. Oh God. But yeah. So we got 5 officers under investigation for having a little fun at work. You feel me? In other places where they were supposed to be serving the community, that was getting served themselves. Oh God. You feel me? All right, let's go. Let's go. Let me share this screen with y'all, man. It's a wild world. It's a wild world. Check it out. Oh, damn, did I share it? I ain't sure. Hold up. Boom. There we go. There we go. All right. So we got 5 officers fired after investigation reveals sexual relationship between them. Let's get up into it. Let's get off up in it. Hold up. Hold up. All right. Says after an investigation was conducted, multiple Laverne, I don't know how to pronounce that, y'all. Tennessee, Laverne, Tennessee. We're just gonna say LaVie. All right, moving along. Multiple LaVie, Tennessee police officers were found to have been having sex with each other. Some of the incidents occurred while they were working and inside of city-owned property, authorities say. Let's get off up in it. On December 12th, a probe began subsequent to Mayor Jason Cole obtaining information that Officer Megan Hall was receiving balls. Oh, my bad. That ain't what it said. It said was having intimate dealings with other officers in the department. Megan Hall, huh? Is that right? Miss Megan. Knees like Megan. Hey, knees like those officers included Lewis Powell, Patrick Magliocco. Yeah, him. Larry Holiday, Seneca Shield. What? They got, hey, man, they doing a thing. And one Lugo Perez. All of the men confess to having secret relationships with Howell. To add, Shield stated that Howell performed oral sex on him as they were on duty inside the gym of the police department. Must be nice. Must be nice, man. Now, if they had caught somebody doing that, they would have been locking their ass up. Let me be out there in the gym with a little low, give me a little low, you feel me? And they roll up on me. We both gonna be going to jail. Probably most likely me, but she'll be going to jail too, you know what I'm saying? But they out here conducting, this supposed to be the law. It's supposed to be the police. They're supposed to be enforcing the law. What they're supposed to be doing. They're out here breaking it. A report also noted a party that took place where several officers and their families were inside of a hot tub. Howell's top came off and many officers were drinking excessively. Documents note. The mayor has called the actions unacceptable and stated that employees will be retrained in regards to guidelines and expectations. Okay. That's what's going to happen. Okay. Now, I'm assuming they ain't talking about the ones that was allegedly fired. They're talking about the rest of the employees. So you're gonna punish everybody else because of these 5. Oh. Many have now called for community members to begin to assist with oversight of the police department. Should have been doing that from the jump. Should have been doing that from the jump, man. Let's check it out. We probably finna get an ad.
Word from one city leader as several Laverne police officers are off the job, all linked to a sexual misconduct
Damn.
scandal. Good evening, I'm Vicki Yates.
And I'm Rory Johnston. Yeah, tonight News Channel 5's Nick Barris shares the very latest developments as this investigation.
They got her over here. Everybody over here.
Continue.
And I guess Seneca, I thought Seneca was a woman, but that's obviously a man too. So she the only female in this thing. She just going in. Look at her. Look at her. I bet you that top was stupid.
Several Laverne police officers
it was
here are caught up in
stupid.
something of a scandal. Everything from inappropriate sexual conduct, sexual harassment, lying, and word is, that's not the end of it.
Shocked and overall disappointed with our police department and what's happened.
Newly elected Alderman Kara Hobbs says since the story broke on Friday, she's been flooded with constituent calls.
It's been really frustrating from a leadership standpoint to have citizens' questions and concerns regarding this, and I'm learning the details right along with the general public.
Here is what we know. An internal investigative report documents explicit and graphic detail of officers involved in sexual misconduct, some of it happening while on duty and on city property. 5 have been fired. Patrol Officer Megan Hall, Patrol Officer Juan Lugo Perez, Sergeant Lewis Powell, Detective Seneca Shields, and Sergeant Henry Ty McGowan.
Why his picture ain't up there?
3 others have been suspended. K-9 Officer Larry Holliday, Patrol Officer Patrick Maglio.
Man, you know they got footage somewhere.
And
they ain't just doing this without recording it. Trust me, man. They getting it's an OnlyFans somewhere. If it ain't, they got it for them.
Patrol Officer Gavin Schoberl.
Oh,
Hobbs
God.
says details of the investigation made public so far have shaken public confidence in the PD.
So really though, okay. I can see. I was finna say I forgot that was doing it in public places, but outside of that, you feel me?
There's definitely going to be a time
They are humans. They are, you know what I'm saying, men and women. Like,
period where we're going to have to really.
as long as they ain't out here in the uniform, though, like, let's not do that. Let's not do that because, you know what I'm saying, we already don't respect the police. You know what I'm saying? All we need is another reason not to respect your ass.
Emphasize rebuilding the trust of our community. Yeah.
Police Chief Chip Davis issued a statement saying, in part, the actions of a few do not represent the entire department. The situation will be addressed internally, and that counselors are being brought in to help officers. He also says there is sufficient staff remaining to cover all patrol shifts. At this point, these are all internal police department violations, but I did talk to the Rutherford County District Attorney. He says at this point there's no evidence of criminal activity, but it's something he will be watching very closely. Nick Barris, News.
He's going to be watching it very closely, huh?
All right. Nick, thank you. By the way, Laverne's mayor, Jason Cole, said he thinks the situation is unacceptable.
Why? Because he wasn't invited.
His top priority is rebuilding
His top. I told y'all that top was stupid.
the trust between the department and the public. You can read more on the report right now on News Channel 5.
All right. Okay. Yeah. That's what I thought. You feel me? He mad because he didn't get none. Yup. I would have been mad too. You feel me? Now, I don't want nothing with y'all, though. I'm just saying. Nah, because y'all, I don't want to party with y'all. Y'all could have at least invited me, though. Man. Oh, no, that was in uniform. I'm just saying. This is what I'm saying. Like, don't be out here doing it in uniform. You feel me? That was my whole thing. Because at first I was like, why does it matter? But I'm like, outside of them doing it in public places in uniform, you know what I'm saying? Then they are human beings. You know what I'm saying? Like they go get that in. So outside of them being at the gym at the police department in that uniform, one of the situations said they was in a hot tub and her top came out. Sound like they were having a good little old time. Now they out here doing the hokey pokey in public. They get their ass dealt with. I already don't like the police. You feel me? Get their ass dealt with. Yeah. Was that Laverne? Yep, Laverne, California. Laverne, California. Oh God. Was it noted that the alleged sexual misconduct also occurred in the yep, it was alleged. Damn, that's out there by you. That's out there by Divine Eternally, y'all. They're right up the street and around the corner. Oh God. All right, I guess let me see. I got one more before I get going. Let me see. What I do this one? Man, this is a wild story right here, y'all. See, I didn't know I was gonna spend that much time on my on the Houston Taco Reel. You feel me? But hey, when we in that spirit, we just go. You feel me? When you hit that, when you in the vibe, you just gotta. When that vibe hits you, you just gotta let it. You gotta roll with it. Oh God. Anyway, let's get up into this right quick, man. We have a situation that occurred. We have an alleged atheist. He shoots a pastor. You feel me? There was a dispute over heaven or hell. Heaven and hell. All right, check this out, man. Check this out. I had to find another article. I didn't like the way that shit looked. All right, here we go. Let me share this screen with y'all. Man, disagreement over existence of heaven, hell leads to shooting in Jacksonville. Oh, man. Man. Says an investigation revealed that the victim and the suspect, Keyshawn Neesmith, became involved in an argument over after a funeral for a family member. Let's get up in it. Jacksonville, Florida. New details have been released following a shooting in Jacksonville's Woodstock neighborhood this past weekend. The Jacksonville Sheriff's Office say on Saturday, patrol officers were dispatched to the 1200 block of Melson Avenue regarding a person shot. An investigation revealed that the victim and the suspect, Keyshawn Smith, became involved in an argument after a funeral for a family member. Police say the dispute was regarding heaven and hell. JSO says the suspect stated he did not believe in God, and the victim was a pastor who was trying to witness to him. Yeah. Police say the victim and the suspect are second cousins. Beyond folk, huh? At last check, the victim was undergoing surgery for his gunshot wounds. The Smith was charged with attempted murder, use of a firearm during a felony, and use of a firearm during a felony and carrying a concealed firearm. Okay. Yeah, man, that's what's going on. Wild story. I'm gonna send you a video you really need to watch. Sheldon offline, of course. Bet. Oh God. Yeah, man, I got a couple videos I need to jump to. My cousin done sent me some videos I need to jump on. You feel me? So if you watching Misha, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get to it. Oh God. Sometimes it take me a little minute. You feel me, man? I be working. I be fathering. I be doing my studio sessions and things, man. I be busy, but we don't complain. Oh God. How y'all feeling, man? I appreciate y'all putting up to the bootleg ass studio. On God. On God. All right, let's do one more before I go. Thought this was interesting. Maybe I do. If I can do that, I'll do this one instead. Let's go. Okay, let's go. We have a 21-year-old wife believed to have been decapitated by her husband inside Waller County. All right. Now, this is a police as well. Speaking of police officers, this is who protecting and serving out here. Oh God. I think. Hold on. Maybe I misread it. Maybe he ain't a police officer. Let's get up in it though.
Two emergency.
Share this screen. All right, so hold off on it. Hold off on it. I don't know if. Why did it not pull up? There we go. I don't know if he's a police officer or not, but.
So tonight we're learning more about James Dykus. He's the man
accused of decapitating his wife. The two had only been married a few months.
He was out.
Oh man. I didn't hit back. Trying to hit play. Hold up.
Now this title has me thinking crazy already.
God damn. Hold up.
We begin tonight with breaking news in Waller County. A 21-year-old woman found dead inside a home. Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Keith Garvin.
And I'm.
That's not the one I wanted to show. This the one I wanted to show.
So tonight we're learning more about James Dykus. He's the man
accused of decapitating his wife. The two had only been married a few months.
He was out on bond when the gruesome murder allegedly happened. Matt Doherty has been following this story since the beginning and is back in Waller County tonight.
Decapitated.
Jared Dykus is on suicide watch here at the jail tonight. Meanwhile, his wife's family wants her body returned and buried in Nicaragua. Visitors consoled each other at the growing memorial for Angie Diaz this evening outside of the meat market where she'd worked for the last 3 years until Wednesday. The 21-year-old was allegedly killed that day by her newlywed husband, Jared Dykus, who the Waller County Sheriff says decapitated his wife with a kitchen knife at the couple's home. Diaz's mother says she's extremely hurt after learning the horrific details of her daughter's death. The Waller County Sheriff says the time of Diaz's death is still under investigation. Yesterday, KHOU 11 obtained surveillance video of the suspect stealing a beer from the meat market where his wife worked on the day of her murder. The sheriff says it isn't clear if Dykes went to the business before or after his wife was killed.
Esto es lo más horrible que puede suceder para una mamá.
Danny Diaz says this is the worst thing that could happen to a mother. Tonight, we're learning that when the murder allegedly occurred, Jared Dykes was already on bond. 2 months ago, Dykes was arrested and charged with driving while intoxicated in Montgomery County. According to court documents, a Magnolia police officer was dispatched to a Whataburger at about 2 o'clock in the morning for a disturbance. The employees of the Whataburger called 911 after they say Dykes became aggressive. Employees told police Dykes was in the drive-thru and
he was out on bond for DWI.
To use Apple Pay for his food order. The officer writes that Dykes argued with the employees about the payment, then tried to go inside the restaurant. The officer writes, quote, he was so belligerent that they locked him out. According to the officer, there was a bottle of Bud Light in the console of Dykes' car that was 3/4 full and still cold. The officer writes that Dykes admitted to taking painkillers.
Not still cold.
Give the name. After that, he was taken into custody and later released on a $1,000 bond.
Oh, okay.
Back near her home, a second memorial site has been created outside of the home of Diaz's aunt. In the center is Angie Diaz's bike, which she would ride each day from her house to the meat market where she worked. A vigil will be held at the memorial site tomorrow evening. In Waller County, I'm Matt Doherty, KHOU 11.
Sad story, man. That's wild. So this man just on some Jeffrey Dahmer. Some Jeffrey Dahmers. You feel me? My man T London done pulled up. What's the motherfucking deal? What's good, G? Appreciate you pulling up to the bootleg ass studio, man. Oh God, good to see you up in here. Yeah, for sure. Indubitably, we up in this thing. Oh God. So he just chopped her head off though. What was he planning on doing with it? Like, what be going through people's mind when they do some of this wild, crazy? You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. I don't know. Now, I'm gonna do this one more story and I'm gonna get up out of here with y'all. You feel me?
How far can a man go to?
We have a situation. I wish this thing would stop skipping on me like this. We have a situation, man, where paramedics are charged for deleting a man. They're charged with murder after the patient dies, is what it says. You feel me? It's on YouTube. I ought to be able to say it, YouTube. It's on y'all platform. You feel me? I don't know why I have to dance around words and shit like this. It gets overwhelming. Like, damn, I just want to be able to speak like the news speak. They don't have to dance around their words. You feel me? So paramedics was charged with murder after patient dies. Now, look, I want y'all to see the title of this, because that's exactly what it says. They are charged with murder after patient dies. But I saw another title where it said that they smothered him or them or her or whoever. So let's see what they talking about in this clip right here. Hit that like button. Let's jump up in it. Let's see what's going down. Can't even trust the paramedics. They probably
Two
saving your
emergency
life.
service workers are charged with
But they did say
first-degree
that.
murder.
Now this is Martin Luther King's birthday. Could this be a coincidence that I'm just stumbling up across something that's, you know, patient being smothered? Because this is what they alleged is how he actually was deleted, by smothering. This is the stories that I've heard trickling around. You know what I'm saying? This thing went through the grapevine. So, you know what I'm saying? Rest in peace, Martin Luther King.
Two emergency service workers are charged with first-degree murder after a man died following transport to a hospital. The Sangamon County State's Attorney's Office in Illinois says Peter Cadigan and Peggy Finley responded to the home of Earl Moore Jr.
They jamming on this background music
at the request of Springfield police.
There we go. After review of investigative materials, I've classified Mr. Moore's death as a homicide.
Stand up. Use your legs.
Police say when they arrived, they were told Moore was suffering from alcohol withdrawal symptoms. Body cam video shows first responders inside his bedroom trying to get him to his feet, but he seems unable to walk on his own. One of the paramedics is in the room, but police say she offered no assistance to the patient. And the officer...
I wonder why. Look at her. Look at her face. Just look at her face. She moved like, get out of my way. Let me get out your way. Don't touch me. I don't want to be tainted by you, black man. I don't care about your life. Your life isn't valuable. I don't care what kind of oath I've taken for my job. You wasn't a part of it. When you wasn't in mind when I was taking that oath. You and your kind. Anybody that looked like you or anybody in that class of you. You feel me?
Responders inside his bedroom trying to get him to his feet, but he seems unable to walk
Look
on
at
his
him.
own. One of the paramedics is in the room, but
ain't nothing she writing down that's dead and damn important.
They say she offered.
What the hell is she jotting down? And then she done wrote us in. You ain't
One of the
much.
paramedics is in the room, but police say she offered no assistance to the patient. And the officers took turns carrying him out of the house.
Keep going.
Once outside, the patient needed help getting onto the stretcher. After police helped get him on the stretcher, the other paramedic adjusted his position. Then both paramedics secured Moore to the stretcher and took him to the ambulance. He later died at the hospital.
Dr. Denton has listed the cause of death as compressional and positional asphyxia due to prone face-down restraint.
Yeah. Y'all heard what they said, compressional. Hold on, let's bring them back. They use these fancy dancy words. They would use this word salad for those, and it goes over some of their head.
Due to prone face-down restraint on a cause of death.
What is it?
As compressional
and
positional asphyxia.
Positional asphyxia. That's the airways. Yeah. That means you already got, they took you up out of there.
Face-down restraint on a paramedic transportation cot stretcher.
Due to that, huh? Or did they just suffocate them?
By tightened straps across the back.
Bail was set for Cadigan and Finley at $1 million. For Inside Edition Digital, I'm Mara Montalbano.
So they're probably going to get off. They'll walk. Get some probation or something. It won't be too bad for them, unfortunately. They're supposed to have way more care than it. They're supposed to, But unfortunately, what does it matter when you're black? Or when you don't have a whole lot of money? It's just how I feel, though. I could be wrong. I'm just human, y'all. Don't be too hard on me. You feel me? Oh, God. Probably harvested his heavy. See that right there? See this organ harvesting shit, man, is real. Allegedly. Don't listen to me. I don't know nothing. We just be shooting the shit. But the Henrietta Lacks story, the black gene is the dominant gene. It's a lot of cures that lies in our own DNA. That means a lot of our organs are like. Anyway, I ain't gonna go there with you. I ain't gonna go there with y'all. Not today, maybe on a different one. down to the DR for a BBL, and they took her. I think I remember that. Yeah. I'm trying to remember if I covered this story back in the day or not. But I remember hearing it though. I do remember that story. For sure. Wow. Wild story. It happens. It's happening. Oh. Yeah, I know it not too long ago. It was last year sometime. Yep. Yes, indeed, man. Organ harvesting. For damn sure. Anyway, though, it's been gravy. I really do appreciate y'all pulling up to the bootleg ass studio. Might be another incident last month or so. It might be, because I remember that type of story, but it wasn't a month ago. It was a while. It was at least last year. At least. So this may be happening. This might be a thing. this might be this. Yo, I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised. Yup, take it. Oh, it was another story. Yo. Oh, I just did a story. I just covered a story the other day with the funeral homes doing this. Yeah. Yeah, the funeral home. I just did a story the other day on my live. I think it may have been one of the last stories that I did on their live. But yeah, they doing this at the funeral homes, man. At least that one anyway. I ain't gonna put it on all, but there's some spooky things that goes on at these funeral homes as well. I've heard stories. I've seen stories on God, and more than just this organ harvesting. You know, they like to get over on you with the money, and yeah, that's gonna be a good little topic right there for another video. Oh God. But man, I need to go and get up off of this thing. I really do appreciate y'all putting up to the bootleg ass studio. On God, it's been lovely. Yup, I got a couple more stories that I need to go ahead and jump on. But you know what I'm saying? That first story, it took up a whole lot of the time. I was a whole hour on that bad boy. You know what I'm saying? But it's all good. It's all gravy. It's just I got more content to get out. It's gonna still be a whole lot more crazy stuff happening in the world, and we're gonna be getting it to y'all. You feel me? Keeping you informed and entertained all at once. You feel me? Make sure y'all hit that like button. Jump over to my other social media, same name. We on Twitch, we on Facebook, we on YouTube. Jump over to either one of those social medias. Subscribe and follow, like, do all that good stuff. I really do appreciate it. On God. Till next time, man. I'm SheldonVybez. I'm gonna need y'all to be cool like the other side of the pillow. Stay light on your toes like you're supposed. And we about this thing.